What's up, YouTube? It's Comic Zealot, and in this mental health video, I'm going to be talking about something called interpersonal effectiveness, aka getting what you want, or learning how to say no. So there's a lot of reasons why people feel like they can't ask for things, or that they feel like they can't say no to things. In my experience, it's things like you feel like you don't deserve to ask for something. On the flip side, you can't say no to this person because otherwise they won't like you. Sometimes your emotions are too hot. Sometimes you just don't know what you want. For some reason, something's blocking you, whatever it may be, that's preventing you from actually figuring out what it is you want. There's a lot of reasons. Those are just a few. And there's this kind of checklist that you can go through and ask yourself these questions, and it will help you decide what to do. I'm not very good at explaining this. I'm not any kind of expert here. I go to a class about this, and I've been exposed to this type of therapy for over a year, so my goal is to just try to explain these things as I see them so that people can maybe get helped by these things. But like I said, I'm not any kind of expert. You can look up these things on your own. This is the book that I read out of, which is our book that we go through in class. Bear with me. I'm going to put these questions and the categories on the screen as I read them, and then in the description I'll kind of explain it better in the description, so you can take that with you if you want. There's two different types of, with interpersonal effectiveness, you can either decide how strongly you should ask for something and whether you should ask for something in this given situation, or how strongly you can say no, or if you should say no in this situation. So it's asking for something or saying no to someone. So there's these 10 categories that you can look at, and you can analyze the situation and your relationship with that person and all of the factors involved to decide, is it appropriate to ask for this thing, or is it appropriate to say no to this person? So we'll go through one by one. The categories are all the same on both, but it's the way you ask yourself the question is different, obviously, because in one situation you're the one asking, and then the other one you're the one answering. What you do is you add up how many times you say yes or no, and then that's how strong you either ask for the thing or say no to the thing. So we'll go with how to ask for something first. So there's 10 questions that you ask yourself. However many times you say yes to those questions, that's how strong you should ask for this thing. So the first category is capability. We'll go with an example. I want my brother to watch my cat while I go on an upcoming trip. I don't have an upcoming trip, just a random example. So I'm going to ask myself these 10 questions about this situation, and then at the end I'll be able to figure out if I can ask him for this, if it's appropriate. So the first one is capability. So essentially, is the person able to give me what I want? Yes, physically my brother can come over and feed my cat, so that's a yes. Number 2 is priorities. So is getting my objective more important than my relationship with this person? No, because he's my brother. So this isn't a make it or break it thing with us. Like, if he says no, I'll have to find someone else to do it. So him saying no does not, it's not going to affect our relationship. So that's a no. Number 3, self-respect. Will asking help me feel confident and self-respecting? Sure, yeah, that's a yes. Number 4 is rights. So this is like legal. So is Trevor, my brother, required by law to come over and feed my cat? No, he's my brother, so that's a no. Authority is the next one. Do I have some sort of authority over my brother, in which he should say, yes to whatever I ask? No, he's my brother, we're equals. The next one is relationship. So is what I want appropriate for our relationship? Obviously, siblings do this kind of thing for each other. It's definitely appropriate to ask him for something like this. The next one is goals. So is asking important to a long-term goal? No. It's a trip. It's a few days. No. No long-term goal involved. The next one is give and take. So do I give as much as I get with this person? Without getting brutally honest here, I would say, sure, yes. We have a very equal relationship. So that's a yes. The next one is homework. So that's basically, are you prepared? When you are going to ask this person, do you know everything surrounding the situation, the facts, and all the details about it? Yes, of course. The last one is timing. So is it a good time to ask? So, is my brother in a horrible mood lately? Is he really stressed out? My brother doesn't really show any of those emotions, so it would pretty much always be a good time, I think. So I would say yes. So out of those 10 questions, I had 6 yeses. So there's like a scale on the other side. Obviously, the more yeses you had, the stronger your argument is, or the stronger you should ask. So for 6, it says ask confidently, but accept no. Because when you really break down your situation and you answer all those questions, it makes it a lot more clear that you either do or you don't have the right, or it's appropriate or not appropriate to ask that person that question. So then we're going to do the other type, which is deciding if you can say no. Same thing, 10 questions, same categories, but worded a little different. And every time that you say no to these questions, that increases your likelihood or your justification for saying no. So another example, it's never happened. We'll just say a friend of mine who has a son asked me to watch him. And I want to say no because, for whatever reason, let's just say I have a reason. So, 10 questions. The first one, capability. So, am I physically capable of doing what she wants? Yes, I can physically watch her son. Priorities, is my relationship more important than saying no? Depends on the friend, I suppose, but no, if our friendship depended on it, then yes, I would do it. So my relationship is more important than saying no. Self-respect, will saying no make me feel bad about myself? But the key here is the long run, because if you're like me, you always feel bad when you say no to somebody, but we're thinking big picture here. So in the long run, no, I'm not going to regret not doing this for her. Just assuming it's a regular just favor for whatever reason. So that's my first no. The next one is rights. So again, legally, do I have to do this? Do I have to babysit her son? No. That's another no. Authority. So does she have any kind of authority over me to tell me what to do? No, she's my friend. Relationship. Is what the person's requesting of me, is that appropriate to our friendship? I would say so. Friends do favors for each other, so that's a yes. In the long term, will I regret saying no? I mean, again, if you're just assuming this is not a really emergency situation that I was in, I don't think I'd regret saying no. So I would say no. Give and take, do I owe this person a favor? I don't think I do. I mean, most of the time I don't, so that's a no. I don't owe her a favor. Do I know what I'm saying no to? I would say yes. I mean, I don't know everything that would go with watching her son, but I can pretty much figure it out. And then, should I wait a while before saying no? Well, that depends on if it's, she asked me and I have to do it that second. So I would say no, I shouldn't wait a while before saying no. So that's 6 no's. So when I go onto the scale, it says say no firmly but reconsider. So basically, I have used this system before. I can't say I've literally turned to this page in the book and I've gone through every single question, but several of these questions have popped in my mind when I've been trying to make that decision about whether I should ask for something or whether I should say no to something. So I think this is important to know, just to know all of these things and to know that all of these categories and types of questions could go into it. I think it does help people that are indecisive and or have some of those blockages that I talked about, like having high emotions or feeling like you don't deserve it or whatever. If you're really truthful about this and you really ask these questions in an honest way, you should come to the right conclusion. I hope I explained that okay. I'm better with typed up words, so I am gonna put these questions and kind of the scale in the description. So hopefully that will help you. In my next video, I will talk about some of the myths that we have about ourselves and about emotions. And I know that we talked about it in class. It really helped me because I believed a lot of those things about myself. So it kind of ties into this, which some of those myths get in the way of you actually feeling like you can ask for these things or say no to people. But I hope that this gives you kind of a framework if you're stuck in a situation, and to realize that really all of these factors go into whether or not you should say yes or no. I don't really know how to close this, but so that's what I want to talk about today in this video. I don't know if I did a very good job of it, but I'll have kind of the next video coming out will kind of tie into this. But that's it for this video. If you are a brand new subscriber, hello and thank you. And if you do not have your subscription set to private, I will put you on the thank you for subscribing page at the end of an upcoming video. To all my subscribers, old and new, I really appreciate you, every single one of you. Thank you for being a part of my support system. The video shout out for today goes to Rebecca A. Emrich. Emrich? I don't know how to say your name. But Rebecca, thank you for being a part of my channel and my support system. I really enjoy your channel as well. She talks about writing a book and just books in general. She has a very book-centered YouTube. And I like how she talks about how to write a blog, how to write a book. Like, she gives a lot of really good tips. So, if any of you are interested in checking out Rebecca's channel, I will put her channel link in the pinned comment below. So that's it for this video, guys, and until the next time,